very eventful year is indeed coming to an end. It's difficult to define 2019 because so much has happened. Climate activism, climate inactivity, climate denial, protests against establishment, heads of states making nuclear threats, meetings made and unmade on Twitter, the return of the arms race, a teenager with a deadly stare at the most powerful man in the world at the United Nations General Assembly, the world's largest democracy, re-electing the incumbent party and prime minister, the rise of white supremacy, gun violence, anti-Semitism, racism, violence against gender minorities, tensions in West Asia, Southeast Asia, Africa, Europe, everywhere, an impeachment trial at the United States, a trade war between two of the largest economies. This is a long list. The cryptocurrency debate, the abortion debate. The year 2019 will be remembered for a lot of things. But what is it that we should take forward? What are the lessons? On Wion Edit, that's what we're discussing. First and foremost, the young generation is watching. Everywhere, from Iran to India, from the United States to Russia, from China to France, the next generation is spearheading protests against the status quo. They have many demands. For Greta Thunberg, it's climate action. For young Iranians, it's the economy. For Hong Kongers, it's civil liberties. But more importantly, the young want immediate radical change, and they will use all the tools at their disposal to make themselves heard. 2. World leaders must understand that they should practice what they preach. It's all good to speak about the gravity of climate change or the need to eradicate poverty. We should. But action must follow these words. Illogical positions and fake news will be exposed in this era of social media. You cannot get away with everything anymore. 3. Technology is the next battleground. The US-China trade war has many layers, but at the heart of it, the US wants to undercut China's dominance in the tech space, an area which the US led for a very long time. And it is with this technology that vested interests operate. Be it the meddling of elections, the spying of countries, the alteration of public behaviors, surveillance, technology is simultaneously the boon and the bane. 4. Globalism is the need of the hour. Globalization has been under attack, but globalism has been the victim. For example, the Sri Lanka Easter terror attacks could have been avoided had Sri Lanka used the intelligence provided by India. Hate and terrorism can only be defeated when countries work together. 5. Leaders must watch what they say. The head of the state of the world's fastest growing nuclear stockpiles, Imran Khan, kept making nuclear threats against India. The US president has called most international leaders names. Canada's Justin Trudeau's liberal image took a beating with a few blackface images. The world is polarized today. One wrong statement could spark violence and conflict, and leaders will only have themselves to blame. 6. Leave matters of faith alone. Xinjiang is a good example of a government meddling in religion, and such decisions must be challenged. If countries are scared of China's economic might, individuals will not be. Case in point, Mesut Ozil. 7. Listen to the people. Most protests in 2019 happened because of the inability to understand public view. Poor communication. If leaders across the world were to learn one lesson from 2019, it will be this: listen to the public voice. 8. The butterfly effect is real. The US-China trade war hurt every economy in the world. One country's decision on commodities like onion prices led to shortage in other countries. If the global economy has to be fixed, all the countries will have to come together. And 9. Impossible can be achieved. 2019 is the year when an athlete clocked record time in a marathon. The year when a tennis superstar returned from injuries and saved match points to win a Wimbledon final. The year of many improbable achievements, milestones and revival stories. Belief and determination are two things to be taken to the future. An eventful year is over. It's time to be objective for objective analysis and learnings.